Yes, we're delighted to be at Sedona Taphouse as we have for a number of years here for the scholarship presentation. This year we have 3 wonderful recipients for the Soundshore St. Patrick's Day Scholarship. The Sedona Taphouse has been a great supporter of the parade and the scholarship fund, and this year, in the month of July, the scholarship fund is the recipient of this Take Out for Charity charity fundraising event. And now, where did this all start, Bill?
Well, it started in 2016. I appreciate the 10 years, but we've only been around 5 years. It seems like longer. But we started when we opened the restaurant. We really wanted to give back to the community. It was important for us, and we came up with the idea of picking a day that we could donate to local communities. And by doing it for an entire month for one charity, there's multiple opportunities for them to raise funds, because sometimes people are busy on a certain day or whatever. So we started that in 2016, right from the beginning, and we felt strong about giving back to the community, and we want to do great charities like yours. We've done it for the Cancer Support Team. We've done it for LMC-TV. All different great groups of our local community that we've been able to give back to.
That's terrific. LMC Media, we love them. So, and how does it all work?
It's very simple. We have our flat iron steak, which is normally $19. We drop it down to $10. And out of that $10, $2 goes to the local charity.
It's that simple, ladies and gentlemen. Buy steak, support some great cause, and in the month of July, it's going to be the Soundshore St. Patrick's Day Parade Scholarship Fund. Bill, on behalf of the committee, we can't thank you enough. Right, Norm?
Absolutely, and I would note that steak tastes fantastic. It's amazing. And further, from my personal viewpoint, being what we've all known, we've been through the past year, a little over a year, I can't thank Sedona enough for not only being effective for supporting like the volunteer concepts in the village of Mamaroneck and the Sound Shore, which is even more important, and we do it. But the fact is that while there's an economic impact on it, Sedona steps well beyond that and continue to support it. So on a personal basis, I thank you very much. And on the St. Patrick's Day Committee and the kids that just got the scholarship, thank you very much. God bless America. One of the great pleasures of being on the St. Patrick's Day Committee is getting to know our current and former Grand Marshals. We have one of the most brilliant former Grand Marshals here with a great smile, a great golfer, and someone who supports the Irish culture and the question about why immigration is so important to the village. I will shut up and turn it over. I'll let Michael introduce you.
2019's Parade Grand Marshal, Chris O'Callaghan. Chris, thanks for coming here today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And I just want to say it's a complete honor for me to have been the Grand Marshal in 2019. The Murphy brothers do an incredible job with this parade, and my family is so fortunate to be part of this community and have been part of this community for a very long time. And for us to have the opportunity to give back through what the Murphy brothers have created and the town of Mamaroneck has created is a blessing for all of us. So we look forward to continuing our involvement with the parade, making the parade bigger and better every year. And just being part of this community is amazing. So thank you.
Well, Chris, we're here for the scholarship presentation today, and it's not only about the parade, it's about the scholarship to the students. And how do you feel about that?
Well, I was just saying to Norm and Mike, this is my first scholarship presentation, and this brings it full circle for me. This is really what it's all about. These amazing young women who have accomplished so much in their high school career, enough for us to recognize them. And we have applications from numerous young people, and these are the winners. And they're amazing people, and we look forward to more and more scholarship dollars in the years ahead.
That's right, and you did lead the last live parade, so it was going to be a hard one to top. So got any plans for this one?
Well, this one is going to be bigger and better, I know, because we have Joe Durney and Kate Bialo, who are 2 great Grand Marshals, and I know we're going to get throngs of people out there on Mamaroneck Avenue to have a wonderful time and meet all the community and celebrate our heritage and giving back to the town of Mamaroneck.
Yeah, come on, march with us in 2022.
And you'll see all the smiling faces. By then, there'll be no masks. Enjoy.
That's right. Thank you so much. So it's an honor for me to be with all of you and meet these incredible girls who have obviously accomplished an unbelievable amount in their short careers in high school. I was the 2019 Grand Marshal of the parade, so I'm yesterday's news. We have the real Grand Marshals here, but so it's my honor to bring these girls up and present them with a check. So the first gal that I'm going to ask is, and it's Kathlyn Coyne. Is it Katie? Yes. Katie Coyne from Rye High School. Come on up, Katie. And then congratulations. Do we want pictures? Okay. Okay, and the next honoree is Natalie Sutter. Natalie, come on up. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay, and the last honoree is Katharine. Is it Katharine, right? Katharine. Okay, Katharine Rudelic from Mamaroneck High School. Congratulations, Katharine. Thank you. Sure. So, and now I'm going to hand it over to the Grand Marshal of 2020, Kate Bialo. And Joe Durney. I'm sorry. So Joe and Kate, tag team.
So this is the next fun part, because this involves, first of all, getting the real check, the piece of paper that you can actually take to the bank. I think if you tried to go to the bank with one of those, they would kind of give you a funny look. But those would be fun to hang on your wall anyway. Probably going to be the first decoration you put up in your dorm room, right? Maybe not. Anyway, but each of you, in addition to the check, I wanted to let you know that we have proclamations from Senator Shelley Mayer, State Senator Shelley Mayer, a proclamation, and also from State Assemblyman Steve Otis. And they say wonderful things about each of you, as you would expect. So, Katie, I want to give you yours now.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And I want to get the right ones next for Natalie. These are for you. Your state legislature at work. There you go. And finally, Katharine, let's make sure these are yours. Here you go. Congratulations. These are definitely wall-worthy.
Thank you very much. And now for the good part, the real checks. So first of all, I'd like to say thank you very much for coming today. And congratulations, not just to these wonderful recipients of these scholarships, but also to the parents who were so supportive of making sure that they could be here today. As an educator and a youth development person for the last 40 years, I recognize the importance of the work that you do to support your students. And I also recognize the work that you put into being successful. So with that, I'd like to present the real checks to our recipients. Natalie.
Thank you so much.
Katie.
Thank you.
And Katharine. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you so much. Let's have one last big round of applause for our group.
Welcome again to the continuation of the celebration of the St. Patrick's Day Committee Parade. We just gave the scholarships out to the kids, which is great for the future, celebrating the Irish culture and the immigration in the Soundshore area. I will turn it over to Mike to introduce one of the longest running Grand Marshals. We are looking forward to the next active parade, so you will be walking along and smiling.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 Grand Marshal from Portchester, because you know the parade does represent the Soundshore from Portchester all the way down to Pelham. We have Mr. Joe Durney. Here you go, Joe.
Thank you, Mike. It's been a pleasure to be here today with these scholarship award recipients. As an educator myself, having spent 40 years in the business of education and in youth development as the current CEO of Steer for Student Athletes, I'm really honored and privileged to be able to present to these young people scholarships that'll help them to pursue their academic education in the future. And so for me, it's been really a pleasure and it's a privilege to be here today. I'm very grateful, I'm honored, but moreover, I'm really excited about the opportunity that these young people will have for education based on the scholarships that we've been able to present to them.
Norman, you want to add something to that? That was great.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's also important to, as Joe mentioned, we're talking about our future here. Aside from the basic idea of celebrating Irish culture is part of the American flag, the many threads that go in there. And that sort of led into the committee celebrating the question of immigration and so on. And it shows that this country is based on not only being American, but what makes up the American culture, which is the subcultures there. And that's why we celebrate the Irish culture and everyone else who participates. And that is actually, as Michael said before, this is a Soundshore celebration. We've had yourself from Port Chester, we've had other people from New Rochelle, people from White Plains and so on. So we invite you all to come here on Monday night in July to support the scholarship program. Thank you to Sedona. And also come celebrate when we look forward to our live parade. Michael, wrap it up.
Joe, did you hear about Steak Out for Charity at Sedona Taphouse in July?
Yes, I have, and I really hope that those who are watching this will come and support, because it's because of that type of support that we'll be able to continue to provide these scholarships for these young people who will make the Soundshore a much better community.
Continuing the pleasure of interviewing our Grand Marshals, Kate happens to be very unique in the fact that she is the longest active running Grand Marshal, waiting for the active parade, which we hope will be in the very near future. As we noted before, the St. Patrick's Day Committee is here to give out the scholarships and also celebrate the Irish culture. But however, those scholarships are beyond the Irish culture. It brings in the question of immigration and so on, and volunteerism. Before I turn it over to Mike, I personally, on a note, would like to say not only is Kate a fantastic Grand Marshal in waiting, but she's also the current and founder of a volunteer organization that underlies the very idea of immigration and support of volunteers in this great country. And perhaps, Michael, after you introduce Kate, you can talk about that, because it represents exactly what life is like in the Soundshore.
Kate Bialo is our 2020 Grand Marshal and will be our co-Grand Marshal in the next parade, which we're hoping is going to be in March of 2022. Now, Kate, you came up with the idea along with Tanya McMenamin of the Marshall Moore Circle, about the Marshall Moore Scholarship. Would you like to talk about that?
Yep, absolutely. So even though we were not able to have a parade for the last 2 years, we very much wanted to continue the all-important scholarship program that we have. And so since 2012, in fact, the parade committee has given out over $30,000, and I think this year would make it 36, right? $36,000 in scholarship money, which is absolutely amazing, in support of talented high school seniors in the Soundshore area. The scholarship program until this past year was to recognize Irish heritage, which of course makes a lot of sense. But in the intervening 2 years when we couldn't have the parade, we wanted to find a way to sort of keep it going and decided to give it a new twist. And so we created, again, as part of our activities outside of the parade, we created what we call the Marshall Moore Circle, which consists of all of the current and past Grand Marshals, and decided that the best way to celebrate the immigrant experience would be to create a new scholarship that, instead of focusing on Irish heritage, focused on the entire American immigrant experience. So we were excited to inaugurate that. We got 5 applications, which was tremendous, all very talented kids, but we were excited to select Katharine Rudelic as our inaugural immigrant experience recipient.
It's been great. You've been a tremendous Grand Marshal since you were chosen back in 2019, I believe, and so we're delighted that you are continuing to this great tradition, and we're looking forward to marching with Kate and Joe in the 2022 parade.
Yes, we are. We absolutely are. Time to march.
All right, time to sign off for Mike and Norman with the final note of please remember to come for the month of July to Sedona Taphouse to help support not only the St. Patrick's Day Soundshore Committee, but also future scholarships, and celebrate what America is all about. Not only Irish culture, but that of the continuation of what America is about and our future, which is the kids. So it was great to be here and watch these kids get their scholarships. Michael?
Thank you, Norman. As you know by now, ladies and gentlemen, the Soundshore St. Patrick's Day Parade is a wonderful community celebration of Irish heritage and the American immigrant experience. And it represents the Soundshore from Portchester all the way down to Pelham. We're looking forward to seeing them all marching with us. Well, actually, you and I don't march. We're on LMC Media doing the color commentary of the parade.
What a surprise. We'll be talking.
Yeah. But we look forward to seeing all of you marching in the parade in March. So thank you all.